Yo, what's going on, dudes? We're back with a brand new BTD6 video, and in this video, dudes, I think I found my new favorite game mode in all of Bloons. And that game mode can be found in the mod browser under the name BTD6Rogue. This mod is insane. It adds a whole new concept to Bloons TD6 that Ninja Kiwi should really look into adding to the official BTD6 game. So the first thing we need to do is we need to select our map. So for our map, what's a map I haven't played on forever? You know what? I haven't played on Frozen Over in a while, so let's play on Frozen Over. So as you guys may notice, right next to the Easy tab, there is now another tab that we can click. So let's go ahead and click it, and this is the BTD6Rogue Mod. So we have a bunch of different options to choose from poppable to easy, all the way up to impoppable, which impoppable is, of course, going to be the hardest mode. Now, we can also toggle on different types of towers. We can turn off support. We can turn on support. We can also turn off certain bosses if we don't want to play against certain bosses. And on top of that, we can also turn this into chimps if we wanted as well. So enough of the nonsense. Let's go ahead and jump straight in, dudes. So the first thing you'll notice with the BTD6Rogue Mod, we have no towers over here on the right-hand side. And the only towers we can choose from are the towers that are on the screen. So, of course, you know, we always have to go with my girl, Sada. And then we also get an option of a normal tower. So the normal tower that I want to use for this BTD6Rogue Mod, I want to use the Alchemist. And the reason why I want to use the Sada and Alchemist combo is because it's going to give us camo popping power as well as lead popping power with the Alchemist. So let's go ahead and place down our Sada, and we'll probably end up placing her down right here because it's going to give her plenty of time to hit a bunch of balloons. And then we'll save up enough money to buy our Alchemist. Now you may be saying to yourself, H2K, dude, I mean, the Alchemist is OP. You could just upgrade it to the stronger stim. But guys, the tower is going to be locked in at a tier 2. The highest tier upgrade I can upgrade the Alchemist to is a tier 2. That's it. Like you guys will see once I get enough money to actually upgrade it. We'll place the Alchemist right here. We'll toggle its targeting over to targeting strong, and then we'll buy larger potions. And then once we buy acidic mixture dip, you guys will see that anything past the tier 2 is locked. We cannot buy anything past the tier 2. All right, so let's go ahead and buy acidic mixture dip, and this is the max upgrade for this Alchemist. So you're probably asking yourself, dude, how are we supposed to beat round 120 with only 2 towers? And this is how right here. Because once we reach a certain round, we're actually able to get more towers that we can use. So right here, we can use a 020 glue gunner. We can use a 020 dart monkey, and we can also use a 200 spike factory. So the main thing that I'm looking at with this is this number up here in the top right-hand corner of the screen, or the tab, because what this is how many of those towers I can actually get. And the thing that I'm looking at the dart monkey, because I can get 7 dart monkeys, so I won't have to worry about not having enough popping power to deal with the balloons. Or we can re-roll, which I accidentally re-rolled, so I might as well show you this guy. And if we re-roll, we can actually get new selections of towers, which actually, this section isn't that bad, because we can buy ourselves a wizard monkey, and we can also get camera detection on that wizard monkey. So I think that's what I'm actually going to do. Now, unfortunately, we only have 1 wizard. I was really looking forward to those 7 dart monkeys, but I kind of misclicked on the re-roll button instead of the dart monkey tab. So please forgive me for that. Just know that I meant to click on the dart monkey, because 7 dart monkeys definitely outplays a 202 wizard monkey, even though we do get camera detection with it as well. But the thing is, I don't think I want to go for the top pass. I think I want to go for fireball, and I also want to grab wall of fire, because I think the wall of fire with intense magic and monkey sense will be a little bit more beneficial for us, because that wall of fire is actually pretty good. Now, the types of towers that I really want to get in this game mode are banana farms. I want something that's going to make us money. Because in this game mode, the only thing that matters, yeah, it's a lot of RNG on what towers you get, but the main thing that I really want are either banana farms, monkey buccaneers, upgrade to the bottom pathway, or some sort of other tower that's going to make us money, because we need a lot of money in order to afford the tier 5s later in the game. All right, so let's go ahead and buy intense magic and monkey sense, that we have a little bit more popping power against camo balloons. And then it's a good thing that these upgrades are relatively cheap, so it's not going to cost us too much money. We can go ahead and save up enough money for the next tower that we should be getting either on round 15 or round 16. All right, so here we are on round 15, and now we have a choice of a couple of different towers here. The first one, of course, is going to be a sniper. We can also buy ourselves a boomerang monkey, or we can buy ourselves 7 engineers. So for this one, I actually want to go with the sniper monkeys, because the bosses that come out in this game mode are all randomized. So it could be the Vortex, it could be Bloonarius, it could be the Dread Bloon, it could be Phaze, it could be the Lich. So having a sniper monkey that has a little bit of range is definitely going to be beneficial for us. So with these snipers, I'll go ahead and place them up here on top of this wall here. That way, in case it is the Vortex, I don't have to worry about my snipers being stunned. Then we'll go ahead and buy both of them. We'll go ahead and upgrade the first one up to large caliber. We'll upgrade the first one up to faster firing and then even faster firing. And then we'll go ahead and make sure the target is targeting over to targeting strong. And then we'll grab a little bit more camo detection on the second one, upgrading it to a 220 opposed to the 202. All right, so here we are on round 20, and we are going to be facing off against our first boss, Bloonarius. So I'm not too excited about this because, I mean, we do have a couple of really good towers here. But, I mean, it's Bloonarius, and the only towers we have are 2 snipers, our Sada, a wizard monkey, and they're only tier 2s. So this is going to get really crazy really quick. All right, so let's go ahead and buy the night vision goggles. We'll buy our shrapnel shot, and then we're not going to be able to save up enough money until we actually beat the boss. So the first thing I want to do is I want to wait until all these balloons are popped, and then I want to activate Sada's level 3 when it's in range of the Bloonarius. That way our Sada can do more damage to the boss. But a good thing about this mod is that the bosses are scaled. I think the bosses for the round 20 are only like 15% health, so it's nowhere near as tough as like an actual Bloonarius on round 40. One thing I wish was in this game mode is I wish there was a way to tell how much health the boss had left. The only thing we can go off is like how damaged the boss is. And this really isn't a good indicator of how damaged the boss is because, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but having like a little health bar up top here would be way better. But I'm not going to complain too much if somebody took the time out of their day to make this mod, and it is an amazing mod. Definitely, like I was saying at the start of the video, my favorite new game mode. So that being said, you're probably going to see quite a few videos about this because, I mean, there's so much to do on this. Like, the next thing I want to try is maybe like trying to beat this on a intermediate map and then an advanced map, maybe even an expert map. I don't know if I could go that crazy, but who knows? We might try it. All right, let's go ahead and activate Sada's level 3, and there we go, dudes. Round 20 Bloonarius is officially DEAD dead. All right, so now another thing that I missed and I didn't point out at the start of the game, a notification should pop up here that says, okay, so this one says shadow lengthens the land itself, mourning the approaches of darkness. I have no idea what boss this is, but what it is it's kind of a hint towards what the next boss is going to be. So if we're talking about shadows, I guess it's probably either Phaze or the Lich. I'm probably guessing Phaze because of shadows and then like camo detection and all of that other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and bank on the next boss being Phaze. So I need to go ahead and make sure that all of the towers that I select all have camo detection. And even if it isn't Phaze, like, it's really good to have camo detection in the first place. All right, so at the end of round 25, we have another selection of towers. So we have more sniper monkeys. We also have a super monkey upgrade to a 030, and we also have a 300 ninja monkey. I'm obviously gonna go with the snipers because there's 8 of them. Like, this is definitely the best choice that we can have. Now that we got that pathway, we now have the option of upgrading our current snipers up to a 030, and that's just because we got that upgrade unlocked. So this is kind of like a MMO RPG, or not an MMO, but an RPG version of Bloons TD6, and that's what makes this so fun, is that you don't know what towers you're gonna get, but at the same time, you should be able to make pretty much every strategy in this game work for this game mode. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna buy a bunch of bouncing bullets. I'll upgrade some of them to full metal jacket. I'll upgrade some of them to faster firing. But in case we face off against like the Dread Bloon, I want to make sure that I have lead popping power, because if we don't have lead popping power against the Dread Bloon, we're just gonna have a bad day. I will say this, it's kind of bad that we don't have any way of making money right now. All right, so currently we have tac shooter, heli pilot. So I'm going to go ahead and use the reroll option because there's nothing in this lineup that'll help us here. I mean, the heli pilot will give us global range, but we have the sniper monkey for that. And a 300 and a 030 tac shooter just isn't worth it. We can definitely get better tier 3s. All right, so we have, oh, dude, got it. Oh, dude, we could also get Shimmer. And we could get 5 of them. But I think Dragon Breast is the better option here, because Dragon's Breath is a lot stronger. Oh, dude, this is such a hard choice because we could get 5 wizard monkeys here. Oh, bro. All right, we're gonna go for quality over quantity, and I'm gonna grab the wizard monkey like this. I know, probably not the best choice, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyways because I think that's the right call. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna be upgrading the snipers. I'm also going to be upgrading the wizard monkey up to dragon's breath, and I think we're gonna get our next boss here in 2 rounds. So I want to grab dragon's breath first, and then I'll upgrade as many snipers as I can. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab another wizard monkey, and I'm going to upgrade this wizard monkey to dragon's breath as well. I think having 2 dragon's breath would be really beneficial for us, especially if it's phaze. Oh, nope, it's not phaze. It's the lich. Oh, bro. Oh well. We grabbed the dragon's breath for this. The dragon's breath will definitely do a lot of damage to the ether balloon, and on top of that, it will also do a lot of damage to the boss itself. All right, so we have a little bit of money left that we can spend, so let's go ahead and buy large caliber, and that's all the money that we're gonna get until we beat the boss. So the only problem we're gonna have are those dumb balloons that pop out of the boss. Those reinforced Moab balloons always give me the chills because they're always a pain to deal with. All right, so it's a good thing that we have these snipers because I feel like the snipers are gonna do a decent job at whittling down the boss. On top of that, we have Sada, and Sada's an absolute Chad when it comes to beating the boss as well. At least in this game mode. Another worry I have is that we're slowly leaking away lives. I hope that that's not going to become a big issue for us. I think what I want to do is I actually want to save Sada's sword leap until the ether balloon pops out. We'll activate the sword leap on the reinforced balloon as well as the ether balloon on top of that. And we're down to +7 lives in our mana shield. Not that big a deal. We just need a little bit more damage done to the boss, and I think we'll be good to go. There we go. Another reinforced Moab balloon. Shouldn't be too hard for our towers to deal with. And then we just have the ether balloon left. And okay, so now we're actually leaking our actual lives now. I think we're on the last layer of the boss, hopefully, because I don't know how many more lives I want to leak. Because if I have to deal with another lich on like round 120, I'm not gonna be happy, dudes. I'm not gonna be happy in the slightest. All right, and there, nope, that's not it. We still have another one. No, come on, snipers, pop it. Pop the, oh, okay, good. Okay, so this has to be the last one, right? Okay, I'm sorry, I was completely incomprehensible there. I have no idea what I was just saying, but there we go, dudes. We have beaten the lich. And on top of that, we also have a selection of a new hero, which is another really cool part of this mod, is that we can actually get more heroes as we progress through the game. I think we can end up getting 3 heroes throughout the entire 120 rounds. So for this one, I actually want to choose Gwendolyn. All right, so let's go ahead and place down our Gwendolyn, and we'll place our Gwendolyn right next to our wizard monkey like so. Shadow lengthens, the length itself, warning the approach of darkness. So we're going to be facing off against the lich on round 60. The lich, my least favorite boss of all times. So now we know what we're going to be dealing with on round 60. So let's go ahead and buy ourselves some more snipers. With these snipers, we'll grab large calibers, we'll grab bouncing bullets. We'll probably upgrade a couple of these up to faster shooting. That way we can whittle down the boss a little bit faster this time. Oh, buddy. We got some banger pass on round 45. We are definitely going to grab the monkey village. The monkey village is definitely the upgrade to go for, because not only is it going to buff the towers that we have, but it's also going to allow certain towers that aren't able to pop certain balloons the ability to pop those certain balloons. So we can go ahead and throw a bunch of these on our snipers to throw jungle drums on top of them. And we can also add a MIB around our main cluster of towers. But we really don't need to worry too much about that right now because we just need to buy our snipers. I guess what I could do is I could place down a village, like the double village here. And I could get the double discount to make all of the upgrades that I'm buying cheaper. Actually, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do because I still have 4 snipers left to buy. All right, round 55, we get another choice of tower, and we have some pretty good selections here. We have the Monkey Buccaneer. We also have the Dartling Gunner. I think what I want to do is I actually want to go with the Dartling Gunner here. Let's go ahead and select the Dartling Gunner for our next tower. There we go. Now that we've done all this, we're going to go ahead and sell this monkey village right here. All right, so now that I've sold that monkey village, we're going to go ahead and buy an actual monkey village, and we're going to upgrade this one up to jungle drums. We don't need anything else because, I mean, the snipers can already see camel balloons. So the next thing we'll probably end up buying is maybe MIB, but for right now, we don't need it. But what I do want to do is I do want to grab this village, and I want to place this village right here. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves jungle drums to go ahead and increase our popping power on all of these towers down here. All right, next thing I want to do, let's go ahead and buy ourselves a Dartling Gunner. And with this Dartling Gunner, we'll start upgrading to Hydra Rocket Pods. and hopefully we get the Mad as our first tier 5, because having the Mad as our first tier 5 would be crazy good. Actually, you know what I should have done with this Dartling Gunner? I probably should have put it within range of our village, because then we could have gotten cheaper prices on our upgrades. But it's all right, not much that we can do about it now. Let's go ahead and activate Sada's abilities to go ahead and allow us to do a little bit more damage to the boss. And we'll activate Gwen's ability as well. We'll drop those fire bombs, and I think we should be good. I mean, this is a relatively longer track, so we shouldn't struggle too much in actually dealing with the boss. The only thing I'm worried about are the lives. The lives might be a little bit of a problem. All right, activate Sada's level 3, activate this, activate Sada's level 10. And man, it's so bad that I can't tell how much damage we've actually done to the boss. So let's go ahead and make sure, let's just go ahead and manually control our Dartling Gunners, because there's nothing else that we need to do right now. So we'll manually control our Dartling Gunners to make sure that we're not missing out on the boss. Man, I really hope we don't face off against the Lich again on round 80 or round 100 or round 120, because if we do, we're going to be in serious trouble. All right, there we go. Perfect. We ended up popping the boss. Nothing to worry about here. Let's go ahead and lock this one into place over here as well. Now the only thing we need to do is save up money for the Hydra rocket pods. And then once we do that, we should be good to go. Swampy Mist rises from an unknown presence. So this one I'm fairly certain is Bloons, because like Bloons is associated with swamps. So Bloons shouldn't be too hard at all for us to beat, especially with all of these snipers. So round 65, we have our first lineup of tier 5 towers. Now the question is, what tier 5 towers do we want? I mean, the Crossbow Master, because we have our monkey knowledge, we can actually get 2 Crossbow Masters. So that's 2 tier 5s for the price of 1. The Infernal Ring, it's all right, but if we play up against Vortex, we're really gonna have a bad time. So I think the Crossbow Master is the best call, because it's the cheapest out of all of these tier 5s. So we can probably buy 2 of them for the price of one of the other 2 tier 5s. And another thing we can do, we can actually upgrade. Oh no, we can't. Oh dude, I forgot we don't have the ability to upgrade to the top pathway monkey village. So yep, it's just gonna be the Crossbow Masters. And then I'll like spread them out just a little bit, just in case we face up against a Vortex. That way we always have one of our Dart Monkeys facing off against the boss. So I know I said I was going to go for the Hydra rocket pods, but I think I'd much rather take 2 Crossbow Masters over the Hydra rocket pods, because 2 tier 5s definitely outplays 2 tier 2s or tier 4s. Plus, I mean, the range on the Crossbow Master, I mean, you just can't beat it, dudes. All right, round 75, we have our next lineup of tier 5s. And we can either get a Druid or 6 Druids. We can get a Ray of Doom, or we can get a Bomb Shooter. I think the Druid is going to be the better option here, because we're able to actually get the tier 5 Druid opposed to like the Ray of Doom, which is like super overpriced. And then the Bomb Shooter is just like kind of eh. So we'll go ahead and go for the Avatar of Wrath. I think that's definitely the best choice, especially since we have a monkey village that we can buy an MIB on. So even though we've gotten the Avatar of Wrath, I'm still going to buy the Crossbow Master, because I still think it's one of the best towers that we can go for, because it's super cheap. Eventually, we will be getting the Avatar of Wrath, and we'll probably need to sell a couple of our snipers to do it. Just as long as we're not facing off against the Vortex. That's the only reason why I haven't sold a single one of my snipers yet to buy the Avatar of Wrath. All right, so I am a little bit concerned here. So we need another, a little bit more money in order to get the Crossbow Master. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead. We'll sell this village in order to buy the Crossbow Master. And then the Crossbow Master has a larger radius, so it can already start hitting the boss. And a Crossbow Master is definitely worth more than a village that we're probably not going to use again. All I can say is I am super happy that I do not have to face off against another Lich. Hopefully, cross my fingers, because we still have 2 more bosses that we need to face off against. The one on round 100 and then the one on round 120. So as long as like the round 100 or the round 120 isn't a Lich, I'll be super happy with this run. All right, so I think we are currently on the last tier of Bloons. There we go, perfect. And we get another hero. So with this next hero, let's go ahead and buy our Psy. I think Psy is a good option because it has that global popping power. All right, so we'll go ahead and place our Psy back here. And then let's start going for our Avatar of Wrath. All right, so the next boss that we're going to be facing up against is the Vortex. Because I can tell by the message there, it says that you can feel the air currents picking up from underneath it. And I'm pretty sure that is a hint for the Vortex Bloon. So we're not going to get rid of any of our snipers, because we're going to be relying heavily on our snipers to deal with the Vortex. but we're also going to grab ourselves another crossbow master, because having 2 crossbow masters against the vortex is definitely better than having 1. And that's just simply because of the massive range. If we don't have enough money to buy our second crossbow master, what I'll do is I'll sell a couple of snipers, because I mean, a second crossbow master will definitely outplay a couple of additional snipers. All right, so it looks like we have ourselves another tower that we can buy. Dude, I think the heli pilot might be a good option, because if we go for the heli pilot, that's going to be a way of making back lives as well as making money. And we can move towers, but we really don't have a reason to move towers right now. So let's go for the heli pilot, and then we'll use the heli pilot to make us a little bit of cash. Round 90, we have our selection of another tier 5 tower, and this one's going to unlock every single tier 5 tower for that specific upgrade. So what I want, let's go ahead and grab ourselves a monkey buccaneer, and that's going to give us 3 of them, so we can actually afford to buy some merchantmen, which will definitely help us out a lot as far as like money is concerned and stuff. Oh, so now they want to give us a banana farm. Now they want to hook us up with a banana farm. You know what? Better late than never. Let's go ahead and buy the banana farms. And then after we beat the boss on round 100, we'll go ahead and we'll grab ourselves a couple of banana farms on top of these Chinooks. We should be making a decent amount of cash. Not a lot, but a decent amount. All right, so here's the vortex. Oh my goodness. I'm probably gonna buy Pursue on our heli pilots as soon as I get our last support Chinook. Perfect. So now the next thing I want to do, I'm gonna go ahead and sell. Actually, I can't sell any of those. All right, so I think between our crossbow masters as well as our heli pilots, we should have enough popping power to deal with vortex. This is exactly why I wanted to grab a second crossbow master, but making a little bit of extra money was definitely worth it over going for the crossbow master. We could have afforded another one, but I ended up deciding against it because the making money was definitely the higher priority. All right, so that just stunned all of my snipers. All right, I think we're still in a good place though. Let's go ahead and add pursuit on this last heli pilot. Perfect. All right, now next thing I want to do, I want to grab myself. Should I grab one more heli pilot or no? Now we'll grab, dude, let's grab one more heli pilot, and it's vortex again. Oh, bro, it's a vortex again, dudes. All right, well, vortex is kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's not that bad as long as we get a tower that has some decent range. If it's the vortex, I might as well get rid of my Dragon's Breast because they really aren't going to be able to do much. So what I need for this is range. And I know I grabbed the banana farms, but I don't think I'm going to get much use out of the banana farms, which is kind of unfortunate. But one thing I will say, I think the dart monkey or the crossbow master worked out really well. So we'll grab ourselves another crossbow master after this one. And then after the crossbow master, we'll probably grab ourselves maybe the dartling gunners like I mentioned before, because the dartling gunners could end up helping us out a lot too. All right, so we have 16 rounds left until round 120. So we might as well grab ourselves a couple of farms. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything just to grab them and place them down just to get a little bit of extra cash. Because we can always sell them if we don't want them, right? Man, I realized like we have 0 popping power whatsoever. Maybe we grab ourselves a super monkey. A super monkey upgraded to like a dark champion would be pretty good too. But we should grab the rest of our farms first. Let's upgrade one of these farms up to a monkey bank. And then we'll grab another monkey bank here in just a second. Now we can start making a little bit of extra cash. Now, one thing about this mode that's kind of annoying is that you can't pause the rounds. Like, you need to do everything mid-round because I currently have my auto start turned off and the rounds are still coming. So that's something that we need to keep in the back of our mind. Like, the rounds aren't going to stop just because we need to sell a couple of towers, we need to buy a couple of towers or anything like that. So if you're going to play this mode yourself, make sure you guys keep that in the back of your mind, that you need to have an idea of what's going on the screen at all times. All right, there we go. There are 4 monkey banks. I almost wonder if I upgraded these to IMF loans. If I took out a loan on round 119 on all 4 of them, and then I sold them all, and then I sold all of my heli pilots, if I'd be able to buy everything I want to buy. I don't know, but I will go for the druids just because, I mean, it's the Avatar of Wrath. No matter what boss it is, the Avatar of Wrath always shreds. Do we do it or do we not do it? To be or not to be? That is the question. I think I'm going to leave it. because I don't know if I do the IMF loan thing, if when I sell my towers, the towers debt is just going to go straight to the bank or not. So we'll leave it like this. We'll just collect all the money on like round 118. We'll sell all of the towers that we don't need, and then we'll go ahead and buy all the towers that we need to have. If we can buy a dark champion, awesome. If not, we'll go for the Avatar of Wrath and a second crossbow master. All right, looks like they're going to give us one more tower before round 120, and it looks like they're going to give us a monkey ace. Bro, if we could get a flying fortress against the vortex. All right, so I may nix my plan about the Avatar of Wrath, because the flying fortress that has global range will definitely beat out a Avatar of Wrath 7 days of the week. All right, how's all this money sitting? So far, so good. We're at 26,000 in the banks. We can sell each of these for 5,000. Oh yeah, we could definitely get the flying fortress. So we'll go for the flying fortress. We'll place the flying fortress down here with a village, and we'll be good to go. All right, so on round 119, we're going to slow everything down. We're going to collect. We're going to activate Gwendolyn's Wishamahuzi, because those reinforced DDT balloons kind of have me worried. Then let's go ahead and sell all of this. We'll buy ourselves the Flying Fortress with Rapid Fire and lots more darts. We'll grab ourselves our last village. We'll give it camo detection as well as jungle drums. And then how much money do we have left? We have a little bit of money left. So let's go ahead and sell all of these snipers. Let's buy our Avatar of Wrath. That way we have it, because the tier 5 Avatar of Wrath will definitely beat out a tier 3 sniper, no matter how many of them we have. All right, there we go. It looks like I want those last two popless. Well, actually, it looks like it really doesn't matter too much, because I think our flying fortress will just like end it all anyways. So this is actually probably the best combo that we could have gotten. So I wish we could have gotten farms earlier on, but the fact that we have what we have now, I mean, it still ended up working out perfectly fine. And there we have it, dudes. We have officially beaten this silly game mode, this crazy, wacky, amazing game mode that, again, if Ninja Kiwi happens to watch this video, Ninja Kiwi, check out this game mode. I guarantee it would be a hit in Bloons TD6, because it's so cool and it adds a completely different aspect to Bloons TD6. But anyways, dudes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys hit that like button, but I'll see you dudes in the next one.